Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue the topic heat zones. There are namely three heat zones. They are torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. So the torrid zone. Now torrid zone is the area which lies between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn in the North Pole and in the South Pole. See here, the area between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, that is Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere and Tropic of Cancer in the southern hemisphere. The area between these are known as the torrid zone. Since this region receives the direct sunlight throughout the year, it is the hottest zone. So as we see on the globe, the sunlight comes slantingly, and as the sunlight comes slantingly, it hits this area directly. So the area it hits, that is the area of equator of the torrid zone, it hits directly. So this area is said to be the receiving the direct sun rays. So these area are the hottest zone of the earth. Now the next thing comes is the temperate zone. The temperate zone is the area between the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. So this area has the moderate temperature, and the south temperate zone lies between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Antarctic Circle, whereas the northern temperate zone lies between the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle. Now, the rays of sun reaches the Earth's surface at slant angle throughout the year. So here the sun rays reaches slantingly. So the temperature here throughout the year is a bit moderate, neither too hot nor too cold. And the next reason is the frigid zone. Here frigid means cold. So there are two frigid zones. One is in the northern hemisphere and the other one is in the southern hemisphere. So the area between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere is the northern frigid zone, and the area between the South Pole and Antarctic Circle is the south frigid zone. So here these are the area of extreme cold and permanently frozen. So these areas are the extremely cold area and they are permanently frozen, as the sun rays reaches very less in quantity and in a very slant way. So the temperature here is very less. Now longitudes. Let us see what is the longitude. Longitude is an angular distance of a place on the surface of Earth measured in degree east or west of a prime meridian. So longitude is the angular distance of a place on a Earth measured in degrees from east to west of the prime meridian. The prime meridian is said to be the 0 degree which passes from the London, and time is taken from this place only. Now it is measured from the center of Earth. This is clear from the figure. So as we can see, it is measured from the center of the Earth. Now longitudinal lines are drawn around the Earth from the North Pole to the South Pole. These semicircles are of equal length and are known as lines of longitude or meridians of longitude. So these are the longitudinal lines which are drawn on the globe or on the Earth from North Pole to the South Pole, and these are the semicircles. As we know, the Earth is a ball, so the lines drawn from North Pole to the South Pole is a semicircle, and if covers the full, it is a full circle. Now these lines are also known as lines of longitude or meridians of longitude. Now, in order to have a common line of reference to measure east or west distance on the Earth, all the countries of the world have agreed to central line of longitude passing through Greenwich in England as the 0 degree line. This is called prime meridian. So it is necessary to have a common point from which we can decide east or west. So for this all the countries have agreed and they have taken a place which is named as Greenwich in London is as 0 degree, and this is named as a prime meridian. Now to measure equal distance from prime meridian, lines are drawn at an angular distance of 1 degree on the both side of the prime meridian. There are 180 to east and 180 to the west of the prime meridian. The 180 degree east and west meridian is one and the same 180 degree. Now if you look at the globe, you will see the 0 degree or the prime meridian and 180 degree meridian together form a complete circle. So if you look at the globe, here is a 0 degree meridian, and if you go just back of it, there is 180 degree meridian. It forms a complete circle. Now the great circle which divides the earth into two equal halves, the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere, if you join any two opposite longitude, they too will become a great circle, and both of these will always be 180 degree apart. So if we join any of the circle, we will find that it becomes a great circle, that is 360 degree. It forms a circle, and both lines if we take alone, then we can find that each line is of 180 degree. Now in figure 13.5, the meridian of the longitude have been drawn at the interval of 10 degree each. So in figure 10.5 we can see that the meridians are drawn either to the west, either to the east, with the difference of 10 degree each. Now each meridian numbered and labeled with either letter E or letter W, indicating the location in the east or the western hemisphere. For example, look at figure 13.5b. If you were at the third meridian east of the prime meridian, your longitude would be 30 degree east. So if you see in the figure, this is the prime meridian, and if we move to the third circle, that is first, second, third, from the prime meridian, we will see that we are at the 30 degree east, and if you move towards the side, we will be 30 degree towards the west. Means towards the right of the meridian we move towards the east, and towards the east and towards the west of the meridian we move towards the west. Now compare the